Okay, we are now going to move into our next, sorry, someone's calling me. We're going to now move into our next phase of planning for 2022, and we are going to be starting with partners. So whether your calendar is just a little quarterly one or if it's a more detailed one with lots of information, you are going to take that calendar and move into the next phase of finding partners. Now, if you only do quarterly services and you are 100% okay with planning them and doing them all on your own, you are lucky that this is not going to be an assignment for you, because if you are okay handling your services and doing it all on your own and using either your creativity or the tools that I have given you, you do not need to do this, because you're only doing 4 services a year and it's not so taxing on you that you really need to find partners. The ones that really need to find partners are the ones that have multiple services a month. And so if you have required services, this video is mostly for you. So we're going to start with those of you who have the required services that are only from your LURA. And, some of you just have a couple of those, where some of you have to do 8 to 10 services a month. And so you are the ones we want to find the most partners as possible for, because the more partners you can find, obviously the less work you are having to put in, because you can sit in your office and get your work done or be out on property getting stuff done while your partner is running the service. So I am going to be sending this out for all of you that only have the required services from PDHCA and the LURA. You are going to get just a simple little fillable chart that I filled out. I was pretending to be Taylor Square, where you're going to write all of your required services, whether they're daily, monthly, weekly, quarterly, yearly. You're going to list them all here. And then here you are going to list who the partner is. Now, I only want you to list the partners right now if you have them and they are in place. Like if you absolutely know that Wells Fargo is going to come and do all of your financial classes, I want you to write them down. If you are struggling to find someone to do your financial classes, I want you to leave it blank so we can help find you the partner. And that's going to be the next step in this process, which is why I'm having you do this, so you can have it all in one place. And I can see it all in one place where I can say, okay, this is where I need to help so-and-so find a partner. Okay, so it's very simple, not super detailed. And of course, some of these services, you are the one that has to do it, whether, social and recreational, you can find people to come and do it, especially those of you who have partnerships with people that come in and do bingo as well as provide a service. You could add them to this, but mostly some of these you do. So just put HVM there, meaning that we do it on our own. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's fairly easy. The hardest part is making sure you list all the required services, even if you don't have to do them on a regular basis, if they're just quarterly or yearly. I know it's sometimes hard to remember all of those. So that's all you have to do. And I will have this attached to the email. Now, if you are one of the lucky 21 ladies or gentlemen who gets to do the bond project, yours is a little different, because I really, really want us to understand and grasp how we are reporting and how we are counting services for both entities. So your plan that you're going to be filling in the partners is a little more in-depth. but it's still fairly simple layout. It's just more in depth because I'm going to have yours monthly. And again, we are still only working on the TDHCA services where you have to have your 8 points. A lot of you went ahead and did TSHAC, and if you did, I typed it in for you. I'm going to be sending this to you. I typed in what y'all gave me just to help save time on your part, so you're welcome. We're still only focusing on TDHCA, and that's all I'm going to talk to you about in this video is TDHCA because that's all I've asked you to do. If you've done more, that's fine, but you're kind of just providing yourself more work and possibly confusing yourself because you're working ahead. So, TDHCA services, you are going to write down, or I have them written down for you. You're going to make sure that that matches up with your calendar that you gave me, and then you're going to fill in your partners. And again, if you do not have the partners in place, I want you to leave it blank so I know that that's where I need to help you find the partners. Okay, that's all we're working on is filling in our partners for the TDHCA services. So we know where we are and who we need to look for. So for the bond properties, every single page looks exactly the same. It just has the month up at the top. And, you know, you will be just filling in. You can just copy and paste pretty easily, but it's 1 page per month. Just because some of yours are so sporadic, and this is just a visual tool to help y'all in your planning because for 99% of you, this is just so different and so confusing that I'm trying to make it visual and broken up so y'all can understand it and see it better. And as always, if you have questions, let me know, and let's get this done. Thanks.